Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Through with a Splash of Tea, a podcast where we're either speaking to brilliant people, doing this thing one-on-one, or having best friend chats with my best friend, T. I'm your host, Cass.
And I'm T. Let's get into it.
Alrighty, T. What are we talking about today?
Today, we're going to talk about AI.
Yes, and the advances and
the pros and the many, many cons.
the many, many cons. And how we've seen AI develop and advance in our lifetime and what we can expect and what people have said about it, people that are notable, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to go to we were having a small conversation prior to this starting, but I want to go to I think the root of this creation for humans and all of that is basically humans are so interested in knowing, and we need to know everything, even if it brings us to the point of self-destruction, which we've seen in regards to AI in many a movie, many a TV show, many times around.
Yeah, how they take over.
I want to talk about why do we think that we need to know so much? I want to start there. Why do we need to know everything?
When is there going to be, what's the cap on the curiosity?
When is it too much? Because it's clearly not too much if we're creating something that is able to be developed to a point of killing us. That's not too much for us.
Yeah. Like you said, there's plenty of movies about it, and it's they didn't watch The Terminator?
iRobot, Terminator.
Yeah, they always they start off, it always starts off good, and then it's just one of them learns
too much,
and then it disrupts all the other ones that were once good, or whatever the case may be. That might be a little extreme, but I just feel even the fact that that they're creating these AIs to replace jobs, some people are not going to be one day we're not going to need a cashier anymore.
Yes.
These little jobs that teenagers can get as their first job and stuff like that are not going to be available anymore. And it's if you're in a certain career, obviously like me, I'm a hairstylist. I mean, I don't know, maybe robots are going to start taking over hair, but I just don't feel like that's something where people are going to be yeah, I'm going to go and let a robot take over
my braids.
Yeah, it'd probably be convenient because it's so fast, but it's just also it's Oh, speaking of which, have you ever heard of the robot lash techs? I think Cali started them.
And it's an actual machine that's doing
and
it,
it's
right? It's
doing
not
it.
Human.
No, it's a machine that you go into and they do your lashes. I'm too scared for stuff like that. First of all, my eyes have to be closed for lashes. You fuck around and malfunction. Now my eyeballs on the floor. I just don't know. I'm personally not ready to take that step into the AI world. I think it's fascinating that they're able to create things like this. That's cool. Wow. Okay. You guys are so advanced in your technology and your knowledge that you can create something like this, but I don't feel we need it for real.
And I think that's what it is. I think that's the point. I think we're getting to a point of we're creating things that we don't necessarily need. So in doing my research, I recently learned that there's different types of AI, which makes sense because there's so many different avenues where AI can be applied. So there is a self-awareness type of AI, which basically a self-aware AI system would essentially have a human level consciousness. So I'm sorry, let me backtrack. This isn't anything that's been implemented yet, what's being worked on. So essentially this would be an AI program.
You said it's going to have what?
A human level consciousness. Yeah. And I think,
why?
What? Girl, that's just one of them. There's another one, theory of mind. A system might be able to understand if there's an urgent tone in someone's voice. But that could be super helpful.
Yeah, if there's an emergency.
Yeah.
And I
need this right now is different than I need this right now.
Yeah, but it's also, what we got 911 for?
That's true. But what if we replaced all of the 911 responders with robots? And then if it can, every 911 call is an urgent call, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are no, I watched the show 911. Some of them are not. Some of them are silly little things, and I guess the AI is going to be able to differentiate.
Yeah, what's urgent and what's not. So I guess you would need that program for 911 because every call isn't an urgent call. So you would need the differentiation between Do I need this
So
now?
like certain things I can understand why they're trying to implement AI, but I just still feel like
We're doing too much.
no, like train your people better.
Okay. Do you think that there would ever be a time? So I'm going to go to robots first because that's the easiest AI to visualize. Do you ever think there would be a time in your life, in your future, even if it becomes normalized, will you have a robot in your house?
Nope.
Ever?
You know, you're my friend. Everything to me is a conspiracy. I don't, not in my house.
Every single thing.
I wish
No?
Karan
Not
would be
like helping with the dishes? Even if
Mama,
everyone has
what's-
one? What if everyone has a robot? I'm like, see, the robot
like a
is so
pet.
helpful.
Everyone got dogs, and I got a dog. I just,
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
don't want to lose sight of like everyday life too. Like it's like, why does everything have to be so so convenient? Like, I get it, but like a dishwasher's like a robot, I guess. You know, like it
Yeah,
washes your dishes for
absolutely.
you. Microwaves and stuff like that. That's all I need. I don't need something
Walking
rolling
around.
around like, good morning, T. Like, good morning, T.
Yeah, that's a bit wild.
What would you have me do today? I'd have you get the fuck out my face. Like, I can't, I'm not with it. Like, because then who's watching me through this?
Exactly.
I'm already being watched through, you know, the phone be listening and all that. Like, this big ass machine.
Yeah.
I'm also.
And I think the problem is, and what was his name who said this? Oh my goodness, it'll come to me. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking said this, and it was essentially, he said, it's basically all fun and games until the robot realizes that it doesn't need humans.
No,
Once the robot begins to create, it will no longer need humans. And once it realizes that and starts to do that, then we're in trouble. And we've already had a robot. I remember reading this article. We already had a robot that thought of or created a new chess move. And like all the chess people were like, oh my God, da da da. But then like a lot of scientists were like, you guys, like, do you see where we're at, where we're headed? Like even this small creation that is great in your industry and huge in your industry shows us where we're going.
yeah.
Which is crazy.
And you guys don't stop.
And we're not stopping. We're not. I think
I know
AI
when you say we, you talking about like the human people, but I'm not the we. I'm not part. My curiosity does not go that far. Like, I'm done. I think another crazy thing that they invented is the self-driving cars. Like, I've seen people get into Ubers with no driver.
That's crazy.
What?
That is crazy, but I would def do it.
I know you would.
Yeah, I would def do that. It's crazy that we've gotten to this point that okay, that's insane, but I would, yeah.
Nope.
To be able to be in your car and like.
No. I'm not talking about like a Tesla where you're in the driver's seat and the car can self-drive like a cruise control type.
Like,
I'm talking about
it
they
picks
got
you
into
up.
the car and no one was there. They were the only passenger. There was no other human in the car. This girl on TikTok, she was like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to, I'm doing the self-drive car or whatever. She got in the car, like she had to put a code in and it unlocked the car, like to make sure that she's the right passenger, whatever. Cool, great. You got your ducks in a row, cool. And there was no one in the driver's seat. So she was in the car by herself.
She's just taking you wherever, hopefully
to
where
your
you want to go.
destination. Yeah, and she was like, "This is so cool, guys. Like, it's kind of freaky, but it's so cool." Not to me. I'm not getting in that car.
It's a no for you, dog?
Yeah, like no. Not for me. I at that point I'll just drive myself. I don't know. Like
you would call another Uber?
I think that's like she knew what she was getting into. It wasn't like
if you requested an Uber and it came with no driver, would you call another Uber, or would you get in the car?
I would cancel the ride. This ain't the one for me. And I'm like, what did I check off accidentally that sent this one?
Makes no sense.
That's not the one for me. I don't know. I'm not that trustworthy of things like that.
Yo.
I watched a movie and okay, it's a movie. I was watching a movie and they were in a car that drives itself, and the couple was in the back, like making out, whatever. And then the guy though, he's like, we've been driving for a little bit, like, you know, like, what's going on? Where is what did you set the destination to? She's like, I put in our home address. Like, it's right. It's probably just probably avoiding traffic or something like that, whatever. And then he starts noticing, like, nah, like, it's taking us where it wants to take us. They ended up being pulled up somewhere and getting robbed. The wife got killed. Yes, it's a movie, but it's just like.
I think we think about how, like, it's too easy to hack. Like, I think that's what I think about all the time. Like, this is so easy to hack. Like, this system or this, it's not like a regular normal car. Like, this is so hackable. I think about that often. But even with that thought, I was like, girl, you know, I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
like, I mean, we're only doing this rodeo one time. So if I go.
I wouldn't be with you. I wish we'd be on vacation. What? And they'd be like, yeah, I ordered us an Uber, and it pulled up. I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna order.
I'd be like, I have an Uber surprise, and then you'd walk and see no driver. Like, isn't this amazing, T?
And even the liquor couldn't make me think of it. The liquor would make me more scared. I'd be like, oh no, Cass. All right, I'll meet you at send me the address. I'm gonna order. Yeah, I'm gonna order another one because this ain't the one.
What I want to touch base on is, because I think about this a lot, is AI when it comes to social media and like social platforms. Because a lot of the times I'm on Instagram and I'll see something beautiful, and because I like randomly question it, I'll look at the caption or the hashtags, and it'll say AI.
Created with AI, yeah.
But sometimes it's not easy to tell. And oftentimes when they make the AI people and they'll create videos with the people, or they'll make if the people have a logo or something, the logo will be incorrect, or like AI doesn't use normal characters when it comes to letters and things like that. So that's when I'll be able to tell. But sometimes something looks so real that it's like, I'm like, wait, I don't know if this is computerized or not. And that freaks me out, because I think we're going to get to a space where you won't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, we are. It's going to eventually get to that space. And like, I know like AI like helps with like, I don't know, like writing a paper or whatever. I'd be like, yeah, I'm just going to put it in
ChatGPT
and
it'll do the paper for you. Where was that?
Like, I know, I see that's convenient. And if I was a kid, like if I was in high school, grade school, whatever, at this time right now, and they had that available, I know I'm using it. What? I absolutely know. But like as an adult, it's just like.
Because there's so much that comes before writing the paper.
Yeah, but you're learning nothing. I mean,
yeah, that's why.
Granted, we don't apply a lot of things, but I feel like English and like writing and stuff like that is one thing we do apply in day-to-day life. Like, obviously you're not writing papers, but like grammar and stuff like that. And it's like, if you can put a fucked up little paper together and that chat thing is going to fix it up and make it all right, like what do you know? Is your grammar still wonky? Yes.
Right.
So I don't know. But
it already happened to me. You guys, okay, I can't spell. But the reason that I can't spell is because I think, and I know this is true because it's my life, spell correct ruined me. I remember relying on spell correct so heavy in our freaking computer lab. And Sharon, our Mac computer lab, I'll never forget this. Our Mac computer lab.
You heard her say Sharon, y'all.
Yeah, that's my hometown. Sharon. If you're from Sharon, stand up.
Nobody stood.
But in our Mac computer lab, I would always, whenever I write papers, I'm really good grammatically. Like, grammatically, I got you. Like, I will, yeah. But whenever I write papers, I didn't have to spell anything correctly. So I just write my papers, bomb grammatically, put everything in there, and then spell check the whole document. All set. And I would do that every single time. Yeah. Now I can't spell anything. Yeah. Not a damn thing. Horrible.
So like AI started with our computers, like when they introduced the World Wide Web, like WWW. And it started off slow, or maybe like,
I think it started before that, but I think that was maybe the biggest one.
No, not calculators. Calculators wasn't the first AI. Like, is a telephone considered AI?
I don't think so. I think that's just a communicative technology. Like, it allows you to communicate. Yeah. Because I don't think DMing is AI, and that allows us to communicate.
Yeah, but DMing is on
the computer.
Yeah, like I think I don't know, but I saw something, and I wish I could pull it up, but I just don't remember where I saw it. But like, I think it said like Elon Musk. This is the AI guru. He love AI. Anything AI, that's him. He's actually very creepy to me, but
But you digress.
yeah, like, you know, I'm not gonna get into that. He said like by a certain year, like everything is gonna be AI. And the year wasn't too far. Like it's 2024, like
Probably 2030 something or 2040,
or like
50.
2040 something, I feel like he said. And like when we were younger, we would be like, oh my gosh, like would they be flying cars in 2020?
But self-driving is so. A coworker told me, a coworker who loves what's his name, Tyson something. Oh my goodness, the black scientist. Oh, I'll find his name. But he said that the reason that there isn't flying cars, supposedly this is what the coworker said because he watched the interview. He said that the reason that there isn't flying cars is because humans continue to get into accidents. We're imperfect.
Yeah.
And imagine a flying car accident like that. The wreckage would be insane. It'd be like the Avengers.
I feel like the only way there would be flying cars is they would have to be self-driving cars. That's the only way. They wouldn't let people fly
their own cars.
Yeah, like
they would
now you a pilot.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And then trying to avoid planes, or we'd probably not fly in the same airspace as planes.
Yeah, not that high. I think they would just be like a little higher. Like we'd be able to see it. Like, okay, you'd have to avoid birds.
Do you think we'll see that in our lifetime?
I don't care to see it, but I guess it probably would be cool. I don't know. If we see it in our lifetime, I'm going to be hunched over with a freaking walker. Like, back in my day, there was never a flying car.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's his name. Thank you so much.
Scientist?
This is the black scientist. I love him. Oh my goodness.
You even know his name.
If I ever get a chance to speak to him, I'm going to email him. Oh my gosh. If he was, okay, I'm digressing. I'm sorry. I digress. But the only reason, don't act like that, just came to mind. Eddie, our AV guy, who's the best in the world, he just texted it to me. So I appreciate you more than you know.
I'm like, wait, how did you get that?
Where did that come from? All right. So I want to wrap up our AI talk with one last question for you, T. If you could, T is a hairstylist, but if you could have like a robot tend to your clients and you just be there to oversee, is that something that you would invest in?
I feel like my clients, and they say this to me often, they're not going for that. Okay, don't matter. Like when I tell them, like, you know, like one day, like I'm probably gonna need an assistant. Like I'm gonna train her to be like me, so you guys are still getting the same quality of work. Because I feel like that's what most people are worried about. Like, you know, like I come to you because I want your work, like whatever I like, whatever, you know. I think it's deeper than just getting the service. Like my clients want to be able to talk to me. They enjoy our talks. They enjoy like the time that we're spending together while they're getting their hair done. So like they're gonna be like, this damn robot back here not saying a fucking word. I'm just sitting here, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I mean, I guess you said I'd be overseeing, so what? I'd sit there and be like, yeah, girl. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to make sure that the robot doesn't go buck wild on your clients.
And then who's going to be able to stop it? Yo, that robot start malfunctioning. Who? What? I can't do it. Oh my gosh, wait. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to turn it off. Like, I'm never coming to this girl ever again. Like, yeah, no, I don't think I would. I don't think I'd do that. Same. It takes the joy out of the job. What am I here for? Okay, I might as well go do something else.
Exactly.
Sitting here watching a robot. No, exactly. I could do that on the camera and just let the robot control all of Slade Studios. That's my shop, by the way, y'all. Randolph, Massachusetts. Okay. But yeah, like, no. What am I? Next career, I guess, because what is the point?
I'm not doing anything. And that's what I think, and that's the point I was trying to make, because even me too, like, would I just oversee this, when it gets to a point of where I start to travel and interview people, would I just oversee it and allow a robot to do it? No, because my passion is connected to it. And a robot will never have the passion that I exude or the creativity that I exude. A robot will you can't duplicate that. Yeah. Like, y'all can try and create as much as you want. Y'all can play God as much as you want, but like, what we have in us, like, you can't make a soul. Like, you can't, like, duplicate everything we got.
You can't make a soul, but they're going to start making them very human-like.
Yes. but I don't think I will. I don't think a lot of us will ever be in a position where we will be like, okay, I'll just let a robot do that and I'll just collect the funds, because there's still passion associated.
Yeah.
Like I still need to be doing something. Like you said, I'd have to find something else to do.
Yeah.
Still need to be doing something. Still need to be moving. Like that's why we're here, not for something else to do it. All right. Thank you guys for listening with us to all of our AI and robotic conversations. Let us know if you use Chat EBT. I know a lot of college students use it, or a lot of high school students use it in order to create their or in order to cheat, really. Well, do you think, I don't know if professors let you use it.
I don't think so. I think it's definitely something that they use on the low, and that their professors are not accepting that. It's almost like plagiarism.
Yeah,
because you're not your work.
Not creating. But as a professor, if you were in the teaching space, wouldn't you just adapt? Not just because it wouldn't be easy, but wouldn't you adapt how you teach, because you know that all these students are going to use ChatGPT? Maybe I wouldn't do essays, or I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
No essays. Well, damn. I went to school in the wrong time. I don't know.
It's you have to change the way you can't. If everyone's going to cheat and you know it.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're a professor, let us know what you do, because I don't know how I would
avoid that. How do you sift through that when you're grading papers and stuff like that?
And then, what happens if somebody uses it? Do you get a plagiarism score, or do you get a cheating score?
I mean, is it plagiarism? Yeah, it's not your own words. You're but don't you? I don't know how it works, but do you have to put your own information into it?
I think you put the topics. If you have to write an essay on organisms, you put the organism you choose and certain things associated, and then they'll make the whole paper for you.
Oh yeah, that's plagiarism. That is not your work. Anyone could do some bullet points. What? That is not your work. Y'all got it easy.
So
we had
good,
to list
girl.
our resources and all of that. A whole page.
The bibliography.
Please. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. All right. Just let us know if you're in the teaching space and you've come across this, how it works. I want to reach out to Hillary.
Feel about AI. Is she still teaching?
I think she's a principal now, but still, she's still now. She's lots of teachers. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her.
Let us know if you're down with AI. If you're, if you're open to all the new discoveries and the advancements that they're trying to do with AI. If you're getting jiggy with that, or if you're like me and you're like, hell no.
Or if you're like me and you would get into a self-driving car. But I don't want a robot in my house. So, I mean, kind of in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. All right. Let us know, guys, what your thoughts are, what you thought of this video. Thank you so much for getting this far. Thank you so much for listening if you listened. Thank you so much for watching if you watched. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, all 3.
All of them. And then you can catch Through with a Splash of Tea on all streaming platforms, as well as YouTube. We're on YouTube, guys. Alrighty. You guys have a great rest of your day. We are out of here.
See ya.